everyone, so today I have a makeup tutorial for you. This is just, I really love this look. It's just like a very nice, like sort of dramatic eye look. It could be perfect for a date night out, like for Valentine's Day, or it can also be perfect for a girls' night out as well. And then it just finishes it. I just really think that this dark red lip just really finishes the look off, and I'm using my Vice 3 palette for this tutorial today. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So the first thing that you want to do, actually, I just put some tape to help make the angles easier. I know it looks kind of funny right now, but trust me, it will just make your life a whole lot easier when you're doing an eyeshadow look. And I'm putting a primer on, which I should have put on before I put the tape on, but what can you do? So I'm just using my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. And I'm just putting that on my lid and crease, and don't mind the redness on my face. I just plucked my eyebrows before I sat down to film this, so I have some redness around the eye area, so that's what that's from. And then to start this look off, I just want to have like a nice blending color already in the crease. So from my Urban Decay palette, I'm going to take the color Undone right here, which is like a nice neutral taupey color. Sorry if there's a lot of reflection from the mirror. So I'm just going to take a little bit. A little bit goes a long way with Urban Decay products, and I'm just going to work on blending that into the crease just as a nice base color. Just like that. And then to darken things up just a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and take Revolver, and I'm going to take Revolver and Rain, and Rain is this deep brown color up here. Maybe this will help. Rain is a deep brown color and Revolver is a black. So I'm just going to mix the two of them together just a little bit, tap away the extra. It's a very important step with Urban Decay, and I'm just going to work on building that color up in the crease. And the nice convenient thing about having tape right here is that you can be kind of messy and careless almost where you're placing this, because you're just going to get like that nice crisp line when we take it off. So you don't have to be like super careful or super precise versus if you were to try to do this look angled without the tape. Now before I blend that out, I'm actually going to take like a smaller flat brush and go into Bobby Dazzle, which is a nice white color, and I'm going to use that as an under the brow bone highlight, which I rarely do in tutorials, but today, figure why not. So I'm going to go ahead and just work on getting that underneath my eyebrow. This is going to look so strange to me because I never do this. And then a good tip, I didn't do this, is I'm realizing this because I don't have foundation or anything on my face yet. It would have been a good idea to put concealer under my eyes, just to get that covered, but it's okay for now. But just as a tip, if you're not going to put foundation on, it's a good idea to always put concealer on your lids, or take your eye primer all the way up to your brow bone just to cover up any imperfections you may have up there. So now that we are done with that, is back to the fluffy brush, back to Undone, back to sort of just blending this so it's not as harsh of a black color. I'm also going to be careful and not try to drag too much of that darkness to the inner corner. And then now I'm actually going to go into use Downfall and DTF. So pretty much I'm using these three. I believe that they're matte colors. They might have a shift or some sort of very fine pearlescent to them, as you can see in my review of this palette, which should be uploaded, link in the down bar below. But I'm going to basically keep working with these three colors to continue to blend this crease look out. And then now on another flat brush on the other side of this, I'm going to take this first pink color Truth and put that on my lid. This is just going to help sort of brighten up that area. And I think it's a nice contrast to the brown and dark colors that we just put on our lid, or in our crease. So now I didn't add any new product. I'm just going back in with the original blending brush that has that black color and just sort of going over this area because I don't want the lid to be super, super bright. You just want to have like a nice sort of faded effect and just have like that little bit of a curved shape right there, and then just give it one more blend over. I'm going to go ahead and take Last Sin, which is this color up here in the top corner, and work on patting that just because I want to have some sparkle, because these are all pretty matte looking colors. So I'm just sort of taking this and then just dabbing it on top of my lid, just like that. Take some, focus it a little bit more in the inner corner. There we go. And that is going to be it for the Vice palette. Next, I'm actually going to take a mineral eyeshadow from e.l.f. This is Angelic. And this is just going to help give like a light sparkle all over the entire look. So I'm actually going to use the same brush, just because this is all like pretty similar in the color family, and just work on patting that on top. Just like that. And then I am actually going to take whatever is left over onto this brush and put it on the underneath of the inner corner. And then to sort of brighten it even further, I'm going to go ahead and take a pigment, and this is Ultra Pearl Mania from NYX and 02 Pearl. I love using this as an inner corner highlight. Just going to put that right there, and then just sort of blend it. And it just gives you such a pretty sheen to the whatever makeup look you're using. Actually, I love using this with all my makeup looks. Okay, so now that we have that, we are just about done with this look, so you can go ahead and peel the tape off. One thing that I personally like doing, just because like it is such like a harsh line, I just like taking like the end of my fluffy brush and just kind of going like that to sort of help diffuse it. Just like that. And then for the under eye area, I'm going to go back into Revolver. I mean, I lied, we're not done with this Vice palette yet. I'm going to go back into that black Revolver color and then just put this right on my lower lash line. Just like that. Hopefully I didn't go out of frame. And then now I'm going to go back into Undone, that original color that we used in the crease, and just lightly blend this out. Like that. And then now it is time to finish off with liner. I like to use white on my lower lash line. I always use white because I'm not a fan of how black liner looks in my waterline, and I just think that this just makes your eyes look bigger and it helps make the look pop when it all comes together. Just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a wing with my Maybelline Line Stiletto liquid liner. Okay, so the mascara that I used is just a sample that I got from, oops, I like fling it across the room, is a sample I got from Clinique, and it is their High Impact Mascara, oh yeah, in black. And I really like this mascara a lot. It really does a lot to lengthen your lashes, and it goes on super, super black, and it's a really nice wet formula. So I just really like how black it makes my lashes. And then I went and put my foundation on, and I'm using this Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. And this is in 2C3 Fresco 01. And I know it's not an exact match, but I just put my false tan on, so I'm waiting for it to develop its color. And while I'm doing this video, I figured I would show you how I highlight and contour. So I'm going to go ahead and use this concealer from NYX. This is our HD concealer. This is in the color Nutmeg. Pretty dark, and I just like using this to kind of contour. So I'll take this, and this is the Real Techniques sponge and just sort of work on blending it out. This concealer doesn't really blend the easiest, like it doesn't blend how I wish it would, but I think it does a good enough job for what I want. And when you get such a dark color, like a little bit of it goes a long way. So just sort of blending it in where the hollow of your cheek would go. And then if you wanted, you can take a little bit to put like right there along the temple area, if you wanted to darken up there as well. And then you can also take some along the side of your nose. I just did that like very lightly. Normally I don't have eyeshadow on when I do this, or makeup, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and even out the other side of my face with this and be right back. Okay, and then for under eye concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind, and this is in, what shade is this in? I know that this is their palest shade that they have. I want to say this is in 01 Fair. So yeah, this doesn't say like what shade it's in, but just take some, put it under my eye. I like putting it in the triangle sort of motion, and then I put some down the center of my nose, and then right there on my cupid's bow to sort of highlight. And yeah, now I'm just going to go ahead, and I love that this has the edge because it just makes it so much easier for blending concealer on your under eye area. Just like so. And then you can also like re-crisp those lines that we made with the eyeshadow if you want. And I'm going to like fill my eyebrows in just a teensy bit with some powder. This is from Smashbox. I just use the blonde shades. I don't know what the color numbers actually are because it's not listed on here. Just like that. And then the last thing that I need to do, there's one more step for my face, which is to do a highlight and powder contour. So I know that this is a bit much for a tutorial, but I just figured I would show you guys like everything that I've been doing on my face because I changed some things up. So to set it, I'm using this blush taupe, or blush in the color taupe by NYX, and I'm using my Real Techniques Bold Metals brush in 301. It's just like a really nice contour brush, and I'm just lightly setting the area that we went over with the liquid concealer. Now this isn't like some kind of face makeup that you would wear on an everyday basis, but since it's a dramatic eye makeup look, I figured I might as well just do dramatic makeup look all over. So now I'm going to mess my hairs up by getting this in my hairline a little bit. Just like that, and then you can also lightly go down the sides of your nose again if you wanted to. And yeah, so that's it for the contour. And then just make sure everything is blended out. I like taking a nice fluffy brush just to sort of make sure I don't have any like super harsh lines anywhere. And as you can see, my bun is starting to fall apart. Okay, so the next I like to highlight, and I'm going back into that loose e.l.f. eyeshadow in Angelic, and I just like using this as a highlighter. If you watched my last couple of videos, you'll see this. So I just take like whatever's on the one half, and I just like blending it there onto my face. Just because it just gives you such a pretty sheen and shine, and this photographs beautifully. It looks so pretty in pictures. And then I just take whatever's left down the center of my nose. And then now for blush, and then we'll finally be done with the face. So I'm using one of my favorite blushes. This is from Ulta. It is Afterglow. Nice pink color. And then just put that on your cheeks. I like focusing it more on like the back end. And then once I feel like that's nicely blended, I like to take whatever is left and put it on the apples of my cheeks. just like that. And then again, I just like giving it a once over with a big fluffy brush, just to make sure everything is nicely blended. So now we are pretty much done with the look. Finally, I know it's been such a long tutorial, but I just wanted to really show you guys what I've been doing to my face lately. There's a couple different options that you can do for lips. You can go ahead and go for like a nude color, and this is L'Oreal Infallible in 112, and this is Unending Kiss, and this is like such a gorgeous, like it is like the perfect pinky nude color. It looks so pretty. Like if you have very fair skin tone like I do, this is not going to be too brown, because it's really hard to find nudes that aren't too much on the brown side when you're fair skin. So that's a good suggestion if you want to go super vampy and super dark. This is a matte lipstick from Maybelline. It is $6.95, Divine Wine, and this is from their matte collection. This is a great shade. And then if you wanted to go somewhere in between and stick to more of like a berry color or more on the purple side, this is Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick Shine in 850 Plum. So today I think I'm going to go ahead and go with this plum shade, because I don't want the Divine Wine to be too dark, or do I want to mix kind of both of them? I'm going to go with the Divine Wine. So that is what this looks like with this super dark vampy lipstick. And again, this was Divine Wine by Maybelline. And word to the wise, when you're applying like any sort of red shade or purple shade or any sort of dark lipstick, it is very unforgiving. So you want to be really careful and take your time. It's almost better to use a lip brush when applying this, just because it can get messy really quick and just really leave stains on your face. And the last thing that you want to do is sort of mess up this whole look that we just took so much time to complete. So anyways, I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed already, I hope you'll subscribe and give this a thumbs up so it can reach the people of the world. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.